all alone.
You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin J, got what you need. Vitamin J, got what you need.
All alone.
Vitamin J. Discussing that heat in the street, and we got just what you need on Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Vitamin G.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone. All alone. I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin J, got what you need. Vitamin J, got what
All
you need.
alone.
Vitamin J. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Vitamin G. Vitamin J, got what you need.
I'm on the outside
Got what you
looking
need.
in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin J, got what you need. Vitamin J, got what you need.
All alone.
Vitamin J. Discussing that heat in the street, and we got just what you need on Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. They got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. They got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Vitamin G.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone. All alone. I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin G, got what you need. Vitamin G, got what
All
you need.
alone.
Vitamin G. Ay. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Vitamin G. Vitamin G. Got what you need.
I'm on the outside
Got what you
looking
need.
in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin G. Got what you need. Vitamin G. Got what you need.
All
Vitamin
alone.
G. Hey. Final round. I already know how I'm coming, man. Tryna run the town. Tell no duck when they hear that sound. How they gon' come up now? Heavy as the head that'll wear that crown. I'm going pound for pound. And if it's about smoke, then we tote all of that. From an ounce to a pound. Check it, they biting this now. Cause my drip right out the sea. How could they be? Give me a couple of rounds. Cause I'm a beast when I'm on vitamin G. You see they start crumbling now. Mind struck, start mumbling now. Get the gist, I ain't reaching for cloud. Plot twist, I'm the one with the keys. Clock blitz, know they love how I freeze. Different continents, I be torn. We living life, making yours look boring. See, we win at the end, it's a spoiler warning. Cause I keep heating up, I might blow the whole planet. They calling me toxic like global warming. But they keep tuning in once again and again. I'm the one at the top, just a formal warning. Truly, I'm De Niro when it come to movies. Get De Niro, entertain the groupies. Habanero if you come pursue me. But I hop on the gang, too busy rolled up whenever my girl getting moody. Link up with the gang, we all go insane. Catching them doors on the duty. On the stick, see I'm locked in. Bought a box, I was like 10. Back then, used to box, nowadays they ain't throwing hands. Mama said we got more advanced. One thing about me, I adapt, bought a Glock fin. Keep me safe from the block in. The game kept me off the block. Ain't got flex about looting my Rugers. I can shit on you with my computer. See my graphics card costs more than your damn job can afford to pay you. And my monitor, big as hell, detail, so I can see when I spray you. Then reload the clip and record the clip. It's go all say to that SSD. Know a whole lot of trill game heads like me wanna see tune into that VGP. Take over the west and the east. Hey, we got just what you need on vitamin G.
All right, we're live. Let's just mess this up a little bit. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy FC Violent back again with another weekly dose of that Vitamin G Gaming podcast. You already know what it is, man. Appreciate you guys coming through. First, I'm gonna introduce the panel as always. My guy Omar. What's going on with you, bro?
Sup? Not a lot of gaming this week. More like anime binging.
What you been watching?
I bought Phoenix Rising. Waiting on it to arrive. Maybe it will arrive Thursday or something like that. And yeah, just anime. Lots of anime binging.
Nice. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. My guy.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
I did play the demo for The World End With You or something like that from Square Enix, and it got an interesting story. The combat is simplistic but enjoying, but I feel this might get a low metascore. We will see. I'm definitely interested in it. And you can download the demo on PlayStation and Switch. I don't know about Xbox.
Nice. Okay. That's what's up, man. And Dante looking like he's in the world of Bioshock, right? That's Bioshock. All right. What's going on with you, bro?
I'm good. Just
Look a little down, man. Everything okay? And happy belated birthday, by the way.
thank you. Yeah, no. Just again, just in the Twitter conversation just kind of got me thinking, because I feel like I'm just screaming into a goddamn void to make my point. But other than that, I'm fine. Recorded some more videos on the weekend. I started Saints Row the Third, and I'm still playing Rage. Played some Warzone. On my birthday, we got through an entire bottle of white rum and ended up actually winning my first 2 games of Rebirth Resurgence, like my first 2 wins ever, which is funny because the first game I played of that stream was the first one I ever won. It was the first game of the stream, and I actually won it. Then there is played some Sea of Thieves today.
Oh, okay.
Which was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, actually. We actually got a... Jubei was supposed to come through and play with us, but I don't know what happened there.
I should be coming through as well. My Xbox should be coming here tomorrow, hopefully.
But the best thing is, we actually... Me and the crew that I had actually got through and got into a vault, which was my very first one, and we looted that motherfucker out. Aside from that, just playing some Nier Automata, which is going from depression to depression to depression. That game really wants to depress me. Mass Effect 1, I'm coming to the end of that, and some Dark Souls 2 and Pokemon Yellow.
Nice. Okay, that's what's up, man. Let me move this real quick. What's going on with you there, Zero Oliver Queen? What's up, man?
What is going on, people? Glad to be back. Nothing. Oh, well, I fucked around and acted up and did a thing.
Okay.
And I bought a PS5.
Ooh, okay.
Just
Where'd you-
grabbed one of those joints.
Where'd you get it though?
A friend who actually, pretty much the same way you acquired yours.
Nice.
Yeah. Somebody who was like, yeah, I got the code. Who, like, weirdly enough, I don't understand how Sony's doing it. The 2 people I know who have gotten 2 PlayStations are 2 people who already own PS5s. But it then got a second message saying, okay, well, here's your chance to get another one. Like, wild, but all right, cool enough. So it is, I have to go get it. And that's like a two-hour drive that I just don't really want to make at the moment. So I'll be getting it at some point. I just got to figure out how to get down there.
2-hour drive or another 6 months?
I'm just saying that. No, if I remember correctly, it's the area where you left from, FC.
Oh, you're going to Charles County.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to really be out there.
That's a drive, man. Go down to the
That's so
Dorf. That's a drive.
Yeah, so I gotta catch a flight, like, see what time that joint come down, land, fly back out. Like, it's a whole big thing that I just don't want to have to do.
Yeah, that's a drive, man. I ain't even mad at you. I had nobody come over, bro. I was like, yo, come through. Everything's free. Like, nah.
Like, nah, I'm good. It's too far.
That's going to a different country, man. I'm like, it's the same state, bro. Like, nah.
All right. Finish Days Gone.
Nice.
Which is just a delightful game. All the way through, I enjoyed myself. I did feel like maybe it felt like it went a little too long. But that's okay. That wasn't the problem. All's well that ends well in that world. I thoroughly enjoy that game.
Did you get the sequel bit ending? I'm curious.
Yeah, I was about to say so.
Probably not.
It was when you talked to the Nero guys last.
The scientist.
No. What's his name? Whatchamacallit? Yeah. So maybe I'll go back and do it. Yeah. Because I was waiting for the thing.
Sorry.
No, I was waiting for the thing that like people kept talking about. Like, yeah, it seems to be a sequel setting up. And right now, like based on the basic ending, you could set up a sequel, but it's not actually doing anything.
Right.
So I guess we spend more time with, I can't remember his name already. Ramirez? Not Ramirez.
Yeah, the Nero ending is makes you I get it sweetens up the plot. It's okay.
But the thing is though is if you've gotten that far and you've enjoyed the game, it does one thing that a game should do if you plan a sequel, and it makes you want the sequel. Like it leaves on such a good cliffhanger.
It's good. Good. So again, I can't say enough good things about Days Gone. It is unfortunate, I guess, that like when it came out, it was kind of buggy and it took a minute to get together because like
it's a good game.
I really enjoyed it, man. I just did not think I didn't think I wouldn't like it as much as I did. I like all the characters. The world is interesting. The horde is cool. Excellent game. It's old, so like anybody who hasn't played it, I'm sure isn't going to. I've already beaten it a bunch of times. So I moved off to that and moved on to a little game, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, through the wonders of PS Now, and having an absolute blast. The game is nonsense, and like it kind of makes me miss old Metal Gear, Kojima, and everything about like these people are just talking, and I'm just not at all interested in what they have to say, because the next moment is like I'll be cutting up some tiger, and like I have to do that, or like fight a dude who choke slams me regularly. And it's like, cool, bro. Like I guess war is bad. I don't know. It doesn't matter. My general sense of the story is that Raiden is trying to save children from becoming child soldiers. They killed the president of Africa or some African country. And that's about as far as I could tell you. But I'm having a blast actually playing it. It's a great time.
It's actually a little bit more sinister than that. Not just child soldiers. Because honestly, Metal Gear, though it does kind of, though it is very over the top, very platinum games. It does hit on the kind of Kojima themes, though taken to a slightly more extreme degree, where yes, he's trying to you don't mind a little spoilers, do you?
No.
Okay. Yes, he is trying to stop children from becoming child soldiers, but not just that. He's trying to save them from having their brains removed and put into cyborg bodies.
Oh wait, I just got to that part. Yeah. That dude did say that.
They took the brains out of children because they're more susceptible to basic indoctrination and brainwashing and stuff like that, and then they're going to put them in robotic suits.
Okay.
So, like, just the implication of that alone is disturbing as hell.
Yeah, I mean, you're correct, but I think the guy who told me that, I also like flew an eagle into him while he was sitting on top of a helicopter. So like anything they tried to tell me, I just keep forgetting. It's like that eagle thing was cool though.
Oh yeah, like, like I said, they do still have those. they still have those very Kojima themes because they do. Because they kind of tackle the same kind of thing in Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain with child soldiers. They do actually tackle it again. They've tackled child soldiers 3 times in the series now. 2, Revengeance, and 5.
Yeah. And the prequel to 5, what is it? Is it Peace Walker?
Peace Walker. I don't think that does actually touch on the subject of child soldiers.
I can't remember which one it is, but there's a pseudo prequel to 5 that like the 2 kids who are in 5. You meet them initially. Yeah.
Ground Zeroes. Yeah.
Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, torturing. Paz is not a kid. Paz is actually 20 years old, I think.
Yeah, that's that Kojima nonsense that I like.
Yes, let's torture young adults. That's the Kojima we want.
And unfortunately, I watched a thing this weekend, and I have to concede to Dante's point. However, I will stand by that. Like, the other movies are okay, but I watched Monster Hunter the movie.
Why?
It was terrible.
Why would you watch that?
So bad.
I fucking told you.
It was so bad.
Like,
told you.
But like, why though? Like,
well, I'm a huge Monster Hunter fan, and so I came into it like this. Like, I understand people don't necessarily care for the Resident Evil series. I enjoy them.
I like the first one. I will defend
the first one was the best one.
It's a good movie.
But after
and
that,
I will defend the production and the costumes of the second one because, like, I don't think we'll ever get a better looking live action Nemesis than we did in the second one. He looked fire in that film, but the plot was bollocks.
It was insane and dumb. And like even as the series goes on, it's insane and dumb, but like it's still kind of fun. Monster Hunter's not fun. And for a movie that really should just be about one big thing, and that is like fighting monsters constantly, we spend probably a good 10-minute fight scene between Tony Jaa and Mila Jovovich.
Again, Paul W.S. Anderson's approach to filmmaking. Look at my hot wife.
And I get it, but like, man, there's so much more I felt like they could have done. Like, it feels there are more monsters in like Kong Skull Island than there are in Monster Hunter. And like, that's really disappointing considering the only purpose like we're here for is to hunt and kill monsters. So it's unfortunately not good. The monsters look great. I will say that, like, that's where the budget must have gone, is like spent. Rathalos looks fantastic. Black Diablos looks fantastic. And then there are 2 other ones there's basically like 4 major monsters in the entire movie. And that's it. We spent a lot of time with the Black Diablos. And like, it still does some of the fun, absurd things. Like, when they kill it, they just carve its armor off and make stuff out of it. And like, we don't really question why, because like, why would you? It's fine. It's Monster Hunter. But it's just not good. It's not. They wanted to put Tony Jaa in it, but he doesn't speak English. So most of the movie is just him and Mila Jovovich not understanding each other and just kind of figuring it out between each other. And I was like,
but that can work. Like, I know there is movies. There is actually, there is a movie that comes to my mind where there was a language barrier between the 2 characters, but it was still a good, engaging movie. So it can be done. It
can. However, it throws it out the window when Ron Perlman shows up, who can speak English, and he and Tony Jaa from the same world. And so I was like, oh, so what you did was you just wanted Tony Jaa in the movie. But
when I saw Ron Perlman.
Yeah, that's about as like Ron Perlman. I was like, wait, is that Ron Perlman?
When I saw him, I was like, Ron, you're better than this.
And I was like, why is he speaking English? I was like, oh, they just wanted a fighty dude, and they picked Tony Jaa, but Tony Jaa don't speak English. So like, they were just like, well, we'll do our best. I was like, Jesus Christ, guy. Like, I just want to see monsters. And they had the nerve, the absolute audacity of them to end this movie on a cliffhanger, as in like, oh yeah, we will certainly be making another one of these.
Oh no, they won't.
How dare you? How dare them?
Let me add on to this. Continue. I want to add why they won't.
How, like, a straight. Not only did they like end it on a cliffhanger, they had the nerve to then include like a mid-credits finale as well. Well, it's like, no one's gonna watch this again. I say that all Kofi, you should watch it because you're a Monster Hunter fan, and like
no.
you'll really appreciate how bad it is.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You're gonna gouge your eyebrows out.
with a budget of 60 million, they only made 40.78 million.
Hot mess. But that's what's up, man. That's what's up. By the way, Nubs, you can finally get off my penis because I finally had the animated overlay and it looks
How the
pretty
fuck has
decent.
this got an audience fresh of 70% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Because
Because
they all
I
made
was
up
telling-
of Reggie's.
Because the monsters look fantastic, and if people are only coming here saying like that looked cool, it'll get it there. But it's not a good movie.
We need a culling, like that's what we need. We need a culling, like just clean slate protocol.
But like the monsters look like they're real life interpretations of like what we people like Kofi and I have been doing since PS2. Just thinking about what would these creatures look like, and like they look just like, and they've got their movements down to a T. They move exactly how they're supposed to move, and like the Black Diablos, he's kind of front and center for most of the movie, and it's really like fighting one. If you're just looking at it, it's like this is fantastic. They've nailed all the little things that like each specific monster does. But most of the movie is Mila Jovovich and Tony Jaa doing like nothing. So we don't get a lot of monsters happening.
I'm sorry. No, I just need to, because this is gonna shock everybody. We all like Detective Pikachu here, the movie itself.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
We would all hold it in regard as probably one of the best, one of the best, not the best, one of the best
Sonic
video game
also
movies
pretty
of all
good as
time,
well.
right?
Sonic movie's pretty good as well.
Oh no, I'm just saying. But we would hold. In fact, I'll bring up Sonic as well because I'm very curious. But so 1 second, because it's one of those things that just boggles my fucking mind, and it fucking kills me. Okay, thank God Sonic got away with it. This movie, Monster Hunter, this piece of shit vanity project by Paul W.S. Anderson to throw his goddamn wife down everybody's throat, got a 35 rotten by critics and a 70% by audience. Fucking Detective Pikachu got a 68 by critics and a 79 by fucking audience. How the fuck is there a 9% difference between these two fucking movies?
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
And thank God, Sonic kind of gets a little worse by critics because that only got a 63% fresh by critics. But thank fuck, audiences know what they're talking about because it got a 93 from audience.
Yeah, Sonic was delightful. My best guess for Pikachu and like Monster Hunter, again, the creatures that we see, like the movie, even Detective Pikachu movie's cool, story's fine, but like seeing Pokemon look like that is like a first time thing. Yeah. And I was like, this is impressive. And again, I can't say enough bad about Monster Hunter, but the one good thing I can say about it is they spent all the money on the monsters. And it's like, that's fine, just have them be front and center.
And I guarantee you it's the one thing Paul W.S. Anderson had no say on.
Yeah, it's like, just have him, like, she can just automatically take to the world and start cutting up monsters left and right. I'm down for that.
No, because then we'll have a fucking a Rey situation from Star Wars again.
I don't care about Star Wars nerds. I'm here for monsters.
Oh, here we go.
Like,
here
I
we
go.
All right, well, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, man. What's going on, Jubei? What's going on with you, bro? My man here got his mic muted, video off, unprofessional. I'm gonna go back to Jubei.
Hey, what up?
There you go. There it is.
So bad at Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh man.
Oh, we ain't gonna bring that up, dude.
Hey, Jubei, you can share your own videos and you could just replay the clip of you beating Reggie's ass.
Bro, that's about to be a weekly thing.
Dominated.
He's like, your introduction, this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Giving Reggie's free L's.
Oof. Nah, for real though. I just really I've been playing Guilty Gear and I just finished Ratchet and Clank this weekend. So that's been uninstalled. That's plat. I don't need that shit on my hard drive. Yeah, I ain't been doing much else. I just upgraded to Windows 11, so I'm still fucking around with shit. That's why my camera's off.
I'm not upgrading shit. I'm not
Stuff is-
upgrading anything.
not
I don't
in
want to
the spot
touch anything,
that I
bro.
like to see.
Good luck.
So,
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not upgrading anything.
no,
dude.
it's working out so far.
Right now.
I'm just trying to figure out where everything is.
It's just a pain in the ass to get all the systems up and running. Nah, I don't. I'll be in Windows 10 forever until they force me to switch.
I felt that.
How is Guilty Gear so far?
It's cool. Everybody's command grabbing with what the fuck is his name? Yep.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That move is devastating. There's
Yo,
just so much
Nubs.
Yeah, I saw Chip Zanuf.
What's up?
I mean, not Chip,
Arcade
Chip,
4247 saying, is Windows 11 free? For free upgrade or is it?
Yes, it's free.
It's
I think
free.
it is
It's free.
Yeah, so free upgrade, man.
I'm in the insiders program, so I
Upgrade on your
got an
own
early release.
on your own accord.
Wait for actual builds
Yeah.
if you don't want to risk anything. But it's fine so far. I'm not tripping.
Definitely.
It's functional.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Let me see, man. Last but not least, man. Kofi Mwata. What's going on with you, bro?
What's going on? Oh, you're the first person I think I've heard to get my name right. Kopi Muata. Yeah, not too much. So like Jubei and behind Omar, I finished Ratchet and Clank late last night. Really love it. I probably will go back for the plat at some point. But I'm like balancing 4 games at this point. So always doing my dailies in Gran Turismo. Lewis Hamilton DLC. I'll post when I start beating his ghosts. His times are crazy. And I'll come back to that. I beat Shin Megami Tensei 3 HD Remaster finally, like 110 hours later.
Jeez,
game is really
I don't
epic.
have the
It's
time,
infuriating.
man.
It's genius. Yeah. Because here's the thing, I got really obsessed with being really powerful. Of course, you might know there's a particular character in the game named Raido. Raido's from his own iteration of the Shin Megami Tensei spin-off games called Devil Summoner. He's super cool. I really am thinking about getting commissioning some art of him. If Hungry_Clicker doesn't do it better. I don't know if you guys know Click_Burgundy on Twitter. He does like 1 art a day. That's random fan art, and he did one of Raido. That's super cool already. But anyway, outside of that,
I got a brother from Delaware, and he does a lot of anime stuff. And what's his name? Damn it, I'll hit you up. But he's really good at that stuff, and you know what I mean.
yeah.
What's his name?
There is also the girl that I always tag you with. Her name is CM
Yeah.
something.
She is
She does
good.
some amazing work.
Yeah, I like her
Let me see if I
too.
can find him.
What other thing am I playing? So now that I beat Shin Megami Tensei, I immediately jumped into the action-oriented Trails game that never came out in the US called Nayuta no Kiseki. So we know that we know the Trails series is 10 games that are currently out between Japan and the US, but there is one game that plays like Ys, but it's called Trails and technically has no ties to the Trails story. So it takes place in some other time period of the same world and stars Nayuta. He's basically an astronomer or wannabe astronomer he's very into the stars and how they align and wants to do research on them, and he's coming back home with a good friend of his. It's almost like Adol and Dogi, if people know the story of Ys. Him and his best friend are basically coming back to their hometown to contribute to the community. It's a very small town, and then things go crazy. So it's an action-oriented game. So it came out in 2011 on PSP only, and is finally now available on PS4. And then I guess I should add that you guys might have seen me freaking out on Twitter that many Trails games are now finally coming to the West. Reggie, you won't have to wait anymore. To be honest, if you beat 1 Trails game a year, you would be just in time for these localization periods. So I'll touch on this really quick. 10 games in this series. The 4th and 5th game in the middle were never localized, and it created this weird disparity where people missed out on this one particular part of all the politics and the conflicts. Those are getting localized, and then on the back end, the 10th game is getting localized, as well as the game that I'm just describing. So the action-oriented game, Nayuta no Kiseki, also will be coming to the West. PC, Epic Store, PlayStation 4, obviously for PlayStation 5. So it's a huge, and Switch. So this is a huge step forward. Now, on top of that, the fan localization team that was involved with making these games for fans for free, or well, they charge their own price, is now being contracted with Nippon Ichi Software America to do the localization. So there's this huge thing where all these people were doing this labor of love, and now they're going to be part of the official translation for Nippon Ichi Software America. So it's
nice.
It's unbelievable.
Giving back to the community, yeah.
Giving back to the community. So, and it's huge. They're also localizing another game, which I'll probably bring up later because it's so much trail stuff, but it's phenomenal. I mean, you see these guys on Twitter, like 5 years ago, all I did was play the games, and now like I'm part of Nippon Ichi Software, and that's a huge feat. So proud of them. So yeah, Nayuta, and then I haven't even played Intergrade. I feel like such a fraud. I literally have played like 5 minutes of Intergrade. So that is what's going to happen this week.
You're not like me. Like, we have so many games that integrate. It's like, yeah, it came, it went, and we're like, oh yeah, they're still integrate.
Yeah,
I'm still holding by what I said last week.
You're gonna wait? Yeah.
No. I still stand by what I said next week. Omar will play it the moment Part 2 is announced, because he'll want to get himself ready for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2.
Probably.
Also, by the way, can we all, seeing as now the Trails games are now getting localizations, can we get a moment of silence and a moment of pity for the Earthbound community who is still waiting for theirs?
Mother 3.
Shout out to Reggie.
That's a dead dream. That's a dead dream. I was gonna ask Kofi how you feel comfortable with Lloyd showing up in Smash now.
Yo, kind of salty, man. Feel like we got dealt an L on that. All these people get their favorite character in the game, and we finally get a Tails character, and he's a me. Oh,
dude.
That's how it be, man.
How do you think all the delusional people who thought that Dante from Devil May Cry was going to be in Smash felt? How do you think they felt? Not only were they delusional in thinking that he'd actually be in Smash, but then they dealt with that.
Wow.
And now Jubei and FC, y'all people starting to get into the mix, starting to see a lot of things post up about Master Chief's going to be the last person in Smash. Like, come on, son, it's not happening, bro. It's not going to happen.
He don't fit. He doesn't fit. It's dumb.
No,
anybody who says that is dumb.
I've already turned around and said, if you want Chief in a fighting game, Killer Instinct 2. Give us Killer Instinct 2.
Yeah, that'd be the only way I see.
Because they already had Arbiter. Now that you own Doom, we can finally have the Doom Slayer Master Chief showdown in Killer Instinct 2.
That'd be sick.
And
Master Chief would win.
They now have a game that they can solidify as their game in near enough every fucking genre, minus a fighting game and minus a JRPG. If they put some backing behind Killer Instinct, because Double Helix did fantastic with that game. And Double Helix was mainly known for shitty movie tie-in games like Battleship. Like, give them some money. I think they own Double Helix. Like, give them some money. Put some backing behind them. Let them do Killer Instinct 2, because it's been 8 years, I think, since the last one.
Yeah.
Do you know who's gonna be in Smash? The final character, Kratos.
No, not Kratos either.
I'm joking.
I don't see that.
It might be Tifa for real.
All right, but listen, we gotta get into these damn topics, man. Salute to the panel. Salute to my guy Pharaoh for being on vacation for 3 months. Salute to you, you rich bastard. Let me shout out to
I saw your brunch, G. Don't be out here talking about rich bastards, B. I saw what you was eating.
What was I eating? What are you talking about, bro?
Caviar.
There ain't no caviar, bro.
Nice. You gotta stop.
I'm in the corner with the signs up, B. Like, you know what I mean? Please feed me. You know what I mean? That's me.
Oh, really? That's you.
That's me, man. I'm a humble guy, man. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It is what it is, man. See, Dante got animated backgrounds, man. I got this shit cropped and pasted. VGP's backwards. This is my life. What you mean?
You know the worst thing is, doing this just requires a little. I could show you to do this in 10 seconds, and you could easily buy a green screen.
I see. Well, with what money, sir? With what money, sir?
Easy, I can
more,
tell.
please. That's me, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, give it a minute.
I think over there, with those trash Seattle crab cakes. He got crab cake
Oh,
money.
bro.
He got Dungeons crab cake money. Man is out here.
I don't know what you're talking about, but for real though, it's still Maryland crab cake, still the king, man. Still the king.
Hey,
Shout out to my Seattleites, but you're not touching Maryland crab cakes. I'm sorry.
You got like $90 because I mean this is just a Corsair one. Just look up like the Elgato green screen. That's the one I bought.
I would, man, but I'm pedaling right now just to have electricity running. But let me salute the chat, man. My guy RK4247, what's up with you? Armadius Helsing, Lakers Rams, Verg Brizzle. What's going on, bro? Been a long time, man. Let me see how Mitch the Dessert Squiddos Gaming Channel. Okay. What's up with you, man? And Dragonheart Yobi. I gotta make him a mod. What's going on with you guys? This is the new channel. Appreciate you guys coming through. Say what? You got him?
I'll handle that. I got you.
All right. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Listen, this is where all the new VGP stuff, any VGP content related, will be on this channel. So definitely share this out for gamers who haven't joined. Sub if you are new. Hit that like button. We're about to get into these topics. Hopefully, I'm gonna get this guy that started this damn wave of the whole VGP or Xbox Game Pass. Hopefully, he comes in soon. But if not, we're gonna talk about the topic we talked about last week. We touched upon, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of shine today. Platinum Games, man, what the fuck are they doing? Yeah. So we're gonna continue on with that. My theory is, man, I'm worried about Platinum Games, and I wonder if you guys are, or do you think that's just maybe they have enough time to bounce back, or is it one of those where they start going on a downward spiral, man? So Omar, go ahead with you, my G.
Okay, I think I can speak for everyone what I'm about to say is Babylon Fall is dead on arrival. Like, no, this is not solvable no matter what you're gonna do. You can't recover from this one. The question is, what's gonna be after it? They have Bayonetta. We have no idea when this game is gonna be showcased, let alone released. And yeah,
you also got Project GG, whatever that's gonna be, as well as Grand Blue Fantasy League Link
as well. So there is that. I think. Okay, so from the community standpoint, we all are in agreement that Babylon Fall is dead on arrival. So we are not even expecting anything from that for Babylon Fall anymore.
I mean, they still have time to turn around, but I think people are overlooking. You don't think this is gonna hurt them at all.
No, they literally played their fan base for a fool. They literally went from a single player game to now game as a live service.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't. I want receipts. Like, here's the thing. I'm all for shitting on this game. I am absolutely all for shitting on this game because this game
looks horrible.
This game is a poor excuse for what Platinum Games can do. Oh. But I want to see receipts on where they stated this was going to be a single player game.
They didn't state, but they showed it off as a single player.
Said it's a single player, but it's a game as a live service.
No, but what I'm saying is, you said they went from a single player game to a multiplayer game live service. I want to see the receipts where that change happened, where they said that it wasn't a live service game beforehand and that it was just a single player game.
When they first revealed it, they revealed it as a single player game.
Yeah, they never said it, but they showed it off as your one character rather than showing all the multiple characters. Okay, and everyone thought it was a single player game. Okay, like a Souls, basically.
Yeah, no, that's fine, but doesn't that kind of fall on our assumption? Like, again, I have no desire to ever buy this game after
Me too.
Because I think I've made that point very clear. I'm just trying to be as balanced here as possible. Isn't that on us then for making that assumption.
Is it though? But Dante, okay, that's one part. One part about making an assumption, whether it be single player or multiplayer. But the quality it's clearly downgraded. We can't deny the downgrade. It's massive.
Now now you're talking about something completely different. That's like we're talking like that. I will have full agreement, but that's not what we're talking about.
Right.
I'm asking, where in fine black and white print did they ever turn around and say it was a single player only game and not a live service game?
They haven't, but I think Omar's more disappointed in the fact that it isn't, and that's probably what you would probably.
Oh no, I agree. On. No, I do agree there. I do agree. I wish I'm sure you can play single player, but like all games that turn around and say, "Oh, you can play it single player," it's going to be a fucking slog to go through. Dead Island, Dying Light. Probably this, like a lot of games who do that. Like people can turn around and say, "Oh no, you can still play single player," but there is a noticeable pacing difference between playing it single player and playing it co-op when it's built to be co-op. It's like Resident Evil 2. It's like Resident Evil 5. You don't play that shit single player, especially with the retarded AI.
All right, so I guess the question for you guys is: do you think? Well, first, how bad do you think this will hurt Platinum, or is this one of those one-off games and maybe people will just forget about it? Can you repeat the question? Bayonetta 3. I'm saying, how bad will Babylon Fall hurt Platinum games when it comes to their credibility as a studio?
I think
I guarantee you, Omar's going to say it's going to irrehensibly damage them.
All right, we'll see.
It's genuinely going to damage them.
There you go. All right. So here's the reason why I don't feel like this is going to irrehensibly damage Platinum games. They're gonna take a small hit, but the reason why I don't feel like this is going to be it is because you look at every game that they have recently put out, and you look at every game that they have been doing. They've rarely had a clunker, like an absolute dredge of a fucking game. They've all had something, even what I believe some people would consider one of their one of their weakest games, which was Star Fox Zero. Like, there was a lot of good things about that game. It just happened to be hampered by the technology that it was on. Bayonetta 2 being another good example of, like, Bayonetta 1 was a surprise cult hit that only got a sequel thanks to Nintendo. And then everybody realized, oh, wait, no, Bayonetta is absolutely fucking fantastic. I'm going to play Bayonetta 2.
Question, didn't Platinum Game make a Ninja Turtle game?
Yeah,
they made Mutants in Manhattan.
And Transformers.
That game bombed like a motherfucker.
Okay, so
that in the Legend of Korra game, but like to be fair, it wasn't really what they were known for. Like you can clearly tell.
Hey, Reg, your mic.
Devastation was interesting, but like even that's still kind of boring.
You're botting, Reg.
We can't follow you.
Sorry, there it is.
I think that's I think that is the absolute misconception with Platinum games, and this is obviously one of the biggest problems with Platinum games is they put out quality work, but they don't always hit like a million hits. Like one game that I have praised above and beyond as a fantastic game, Astral Chain, only to this day I believe has only sold 1.08 million copies.
I gotta say this: when you we have an example to what happened when you release a game as a live service. You depend on it to do well, and it doesn't do well. Look at a game like Avenger. Look at a game like
Killing Floor 2. There's a good example.
What's it called? What's the call of the game? The one with the flying quote-unquote robot that from Bethesda. What's the name of that game?
Anthem.
Yeah, look at
Anthem. That's BioWare, not Bethesda.
Oh, my bad. BioWare. And the last thing that I want to say is the reason why I said they're going to take a big hit is because so far, every single company that did game as a live service and flopped, they took massive hit.
Right, now, here's the problem. Here's the problem with this logic that you're throwing this way. BioWare is owned by EA. So they're spending EA's money. Okay? Platinum Games is not owned by Square Enix. They're still an independent studio. They're being contracted to make this game. So they're using, most likely, Square Enix's money to make this. So if it does fail, then that's more, I believe that may be more money, depending on how the contracts were, and that's more money lost on Square Enix's side than Platinum Games' side.
Yes, but on the other hand, reputation is
and then I also ask you, because we brought this up last week. We actually brought this up last week. From the first trailer to this one, we speculated, was this game meant to be one thing, and then Square Enix came and asked and told them you need to change things?
They literally not per se marketed, but showcased it as a single player game. They could have easily said last year, our game is gonna be a game as a live service.
Now, here's the problem. Like, the problem is you're just so zero focused on Platinum Games and burying them 6 feet under. I feel like you're just ignoring the other equation in this whole problem, and that is Square Enix.
I think you want me to focus on maybe this was a call from the higher up, right?
I'm asking you to actually entertain the idea, because it is possible. Like, again, this seems like it was made. It was a game requested or made by Square Enix thing, especially if you look at a lot of that game, like and anybody who's played Platinum Games enough can look at that game and say there's a lot of Square Enix about it, especially as far as design wise as well as look wise. The only other game I can think comes close to looking even close to that is the other game brought by Square Enix, and that was Nier Automata, especially with the floating weapons and everything.
Mm-hmm. So you think maybe Square Enix is the one that said, okay, we want this game to be game as a live service?
It wouldn't surprise me, because especially considering if we look again, it's just one of those things where you got to look at history. I think this is one of, if this isn't their first, I think this is one of the few live service games Platinum Games has actually ever put out. I can't think of another one off the top of my head.
No, this is literally the first one, which is why when you think Platinum Games, you think single player games. Almost their entire catalog is from single player games. The only game that I can maybe think of that can be said multiplayer maybe it's the Transformer one, but I'm not fully sure. I need to do my research on that.
I'm sure the Turtles game was multiplayer.
Like Nier Automata single player, Bayonetta single player.
Which again leads me to what I'm trying to say as far as just entertaining the idea is a lot of what we know now about this game seems rather outside of what we know of Platinum Games.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm not absolving them. They took the cash. They made this game. This is going to make me look sideways at their next future games they've got coming out. But for me, if this fails, I'm going to wait to see if the game after that fails. Because if the game after that is just as bad, then it's become a trend. This might be the outlier, or it might be a trend.
I'm gonna inject. I'm gonna inject it real quick.
1 second.
All right, go ahead,
before you say anything, just one. Okay, you go ahead and then I will ask Dante one thing.
All right, so what Dante says is correct because they're independent studios. And I think Reggie said this as well. It's like the way independent studios work is normally they try to get as much project as they can to fund themselves, right? So they'll have like 6 teams doing something, kind of like how Ninja Theory did it with so many different games, and they're not all hits, but the point is they try to get money coming so they can make games, especially games if they're trying to do a new IP.
Make the games that they want to make.
Exactly. So that's what they do. They will take projects. Yeah, they'll take projects from other companies, whatever it is. It could be fucking Barbie Adventures. Like, fuck it, that's a quick 20,000. Let's do that. Or another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's do that for another 50 grand or however much it is, and you add up that money to make your own projects. right there near Automata. Well, I guess that's Square Enix.
No, Near Automata was their game because
it was their IP.
Okay. Near Automata. What I believe, I don't know if it's still their IP because I don't know if they bought out the Near Replicant recently.
Okay.
But they didn't make Near. No, it isn't. It isn't their IP. They were actually
No.
Well, Nier is owned by Square Enix.
But normally they pile the money to make their own IP or just keep them afloat. Very similar to how Ninja Theory did it with their game. You know what I mean? They went a bunch of different studios.
Nier Automata Automata saved them.
Right.
But
hold on, one last thing. And here's the negative part of that. Like if a game bombs, and I agree with like the reputation, like the other companies are less likely to give you a bigger project if your game doesn't do well. Unfortunately, that's the double-edged sword on it.
It's genuinely gonna be on who are you gonna blame when this game flop? Are you gonna blame Square Enix because on the quote-unquote management that changed the direction, or are you gonna blame Platinum Games for another mediocre game?
I guess we'll see, man. Well, we got to give him time. Go ahead, Reg.
I want to add a little bit.
Yeah, Reg and Kofi. Go ahead.
Yeah, my first thought was like, so I guess they probably have more misses than hits, although I think that's arguable. But
I could go through their catalog and we can say whether they're hits or misses because they don't actually have that big of a catalog.
Yeah,
but what I can
most
say
of their catalog is a hit.
Hold on, Mark. Go ahead, Rich.
That's what I mean. Feels like most catalogs are hit, and within the past 3 years, they've put out 3 pretty solidly good games, right? Mm-hmm. Nier, Astral Chain, and then they remade the Wonderful One remastered. So why exactly are we starting to say gloom and doom for a company that's for the last couple years known to put out pretty good work?
And I'd like to just point out, I'm not talking doom and gloom. I'm just saying this one doesn't have my money day one, and I'm gonna wait to see if this fails before I make an assumption. Because if this fails, then I'll wait. If this fails, then I've been proven correct about this game, and I'll move on. And if their second game does really well, I'll be like, okay, then maybe maybe Platinum wasn't the problem behind this, or maybe they weren't as big of a problem behind this. But if their second game fails and is a bad one, I'll realize no, there is something wrong at Platinum Games that I feel needs to be addressed.
I'm gonna ask you a real quick question. I know Reggie, you can finish, and Kofi, I know you want your thoughts on this. So you're right. They have more for the recent games. They have more hits than they do bad ones. But it usually takes one bad game to really fuck you up, and one good game to make you bounce back. I.e., Capcom, right? It goes both ways in this. Now, my question to you is: how many bad games does it take for you to start losing your trust in a publisher? Like, for instance, CD Projekt Red got a big ass L, and everyone's gonna be looking at that next game that they make. Hold on, Dante. They're gonna be looking at the next game that they make, and they better bounce back. If they don't, you know what I mean? They're gonna be like, all right, they're beer tier now. They're gonna be stuck in that zone for a while until they make another masterpiece, and they'll probably just catch up to try to get back to where they were at. Now with Platinum, we don't know. Maybe Babylon could turn around and be great, but it doesn't look it. It looks fucking horrible. But if this game is super like flops, and then they make another one that flops, then it's like one, they might go out of business because they're independent, and they need their games to do well. And so that's why I asked you how many games does it take for a publisher that you like for you to be like, all right, man, I don't know, I gotta start watching them a little bit more closely. So Reg,
I need to correct a couple things. Correct a couple things. First of all, they're not a publisher; they're a developer. The publisher behind this publisher behind this is Square Enix.
I'm talking about the games. I'm talking about
and you're saying how many games does it take for you to lose faith in a publisher?
I meant games, the studio.
And with CD Projekt Red, it's kind of a weird thing where people don't actually blame CD Projekt. They blame CD Projekt Red. Sorry, they don't blame CD Projekt Red, who are the developers. They blame CD Projekt, who are the publishers and the top guys, because technically the two entities are independent.
For those in the know, blames the publisher, but for the casuals and the people that are like, man, see, this game is trash, they're gonna blame the publisher. It's always been like, the developer. Sorry, damn.
The developer.
Yeah, that was.
Capcom's an easy example, right? Because the guys who make Monster Hunter don't do shit, and and vice versa. So they're two separate teams who shouldn't be counted as one whole entity because Street Fighter comes out as
Is
one
it
thing
me or
to
you
do
still
with
about
this.
No,
That's how it
Reggie, you're
Sorry,
roboting
man.
really bad, man.
Your mic
Maggie,
is
are you sure you're not a
trash.
robot? You might be a robot.
Coming through.
Yeah, you gotta reset, bro. Try to come back. But while we wait for you, man, go ahead, Kofi. Say your piece, man.
So I missed the beginning of this topic coming up, so I apologize. This is a
Why is everybody lagging? I don't get it.
It's
You're-
this.
Yeah,
It's
Can you hear me?
Google. It is
It's
this
Google?
Google
God damn.
thing. I keep telling you.
I'm botting.
You're
Yeah,
botting
you're
too.
botting.
Why is it?
You're botting as well.
So me, Omar, and Dante, the only one doesn't seem to be botting. I don't know
And
how. I
I'm
don't know how we come
I'm in
across.
England. Omar's in the middle of fucking nowhere, and FC just recently moved. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm blaming the Google
I don't know. Hopefully it's not that.
because Jubei keeps like keeps
Yeah,
leaving and
Jubei
coming
keeps
back.
coming and leaving.
I don't know
We
how to
might
boost
need
this.
to switch. We might need
don't
to
know.
switch back to the OG one.
That'd be
This is
annoying.
simply not working.
Uh,
But that's what I mean.
I
That's
warned you
what
last
I just
week.
meant. Like, do you see how my mentality was? The second something doesn't work, you go what worked beforehand.
yeah.
So when a company doesn't put out a good game, you already got screwed over.
Yeah.
You're gonna look at the second game with a magnified glass.
I mean, it's just natural
for-
unless
Which
unless
is
you
what
just
I'm
don't
planning on
care.
doing. Which is what I'm planning on doing because their next two games, whatever the next two games are going to be bought out by are going to be under two completely different publishers. So if one's a flop but one's a hit, then we got to kind of look more at the publisher of the game that flopped. But if the second one flops, then we got to look at the developer, not the publishers.
Also, remember, CD Projekt Red, Platinum Games is avoiding Xbox, so they genuinely need money from PlayStation and PC to survive.
Because they burned
Oh, I
Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
Now, okay, I want to know
Scalebound. They burned Microsoft.
We
Because
don't
all
know
I-
what happened
all
with
I
From
keep
the
hearing-
rumors. From the
because
rumors.
From what the last thing I checked, because I saw this, reflecting on the game's cancellation in May 2019, Platinum Studio head Atsushi Inaba said it wasn't easy to see publisher Microsoft receive criticism for the decision as he felt both sides failed.
Mm-hmm.
And that ultimately the game didn't do all of the things that we needed to do as a developer. In February 2020, the same guy said, while Scalebound remains an intellectual property fully owned by Microsoft, Platinum Games would love to return to it given the opportunity to.
Also, I will say this. The same thing happened with Scalebound. When first Scalebound was first shown, it was shown as a single-player game.
Yeah.
And then
Actually-
later, they added to it that whole, we're gonna do co-op and 8 dragons or 4 dragons at the same time.
But a lot of games do that, though. A lot of games show you an initial, like, let's tickle their taints and make them really excited for this product.
No, but what
and
I'm
then they
talking
give you the
about,
information.
what I'm talking about, according to what's called Platinum Games, that was the reason why they couldn't handle it. Because the agreement was single player, and then Microsoft turned around and said, no, we want you to do multiplayer as well. So, Platinum Games seems to have now a history with companies changing their, which if what happened with Square Enix, they changed their vision later on. This happened to Platinum Games beforehand with Microsoft, so history is repeating itself. I would genuinely not be surprised if even this game got cancelled.
I don't know. They showed it. They showed it a couple times. I don't know if they're gonna cancel it. But
No, this is literally just said, like, the first time it was a teaser. The second time they showed us gameplay,
they gave
single
the
player
story as
wise,
well. Story trailer, I believe.
and now they showed you this abomination. This is literally following This is literally following the scale-bound, what's called
Well,
scenario. First, they showed teaser, then they showed a single-player gameplay, and then they ended up with we're gonna do 4 dragons co-op or whatsoever, and then cancel.
We'll see, man. Everybody's having issues with it.
Question:
yeah,
when
go
I
ahead.
move to Discord next week, this doesn't seem to do well.
We'll see. I'm hoping I can get this. If not, then I'll see.
Yeah, because hold on, I'm reading something in an interview with Game Watch in mid 2017. Xbox's Phil Spencer explained Scalebound was cancelled due to the idea that it may not deliver on fans' expectations. Further, Spencer added that the release of Scalebound may have been announced too hastily.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, man. We gotta move topics, man. And my guy Gaming Despair is here. I'm hoping
we need to get the other guys back in.
They need to get in there. There you go.
Okay, Reggie, talk so we can hear if you're Mr. Roboto again.
Go ahead, Reg.
Reggie, you hear from Mr. Roboto again?
A little bit.
A little bit better.
A little bit.
Despair, you there?
I actually have no clue.
Yeah, I just got here. I'm just going through my messages real quick.
Yeah, so you see, Despair sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Roboto. What's your thoughts on this Platinum game stuff, real quick?
Well, I think as I was saying before, I guess it messed up. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like they're probably going to be okay. Like, again, particularly because one of their most popular game series is, I think, next up after this, and that's Bayonetta.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not particularly worried about Bayonetta. You know what I mean? Like, they've just done them well. And I think they've got another Grand Blue Fantasy, which I don't know how that's...
Relink.
Oh, yeah, that game. I'm hyped for it.
I said that earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, like, I mean, for those guys, like, yeah, it's true they have games down the road, but, like, maybe it's just me, but, like, one of my favorite developers of all time, BioWare, is no longer the same, man. They're no longer...
I mean,
there's an absolute difference.
But hold down to they had back-to-back games where they was just, what the fuck are they doing? And now I just don't trust them.
Okay, now let me explain why this is a major difference. One, the BioWare of old was a lot of the developers from BioWare of old were no longer part of the BioWare that was making those games. This was a load of fresh face, no experience, fucking C team, no talent fucks called, BioWare. That's what the BioWare was consisted of. Platinum Games is still mainly consisted of a lot of the developers that were there back in 2000 and back during Nier Automata, actually, back in 2017, and even before then. Like, this is still consisting of a lot of those developers.
All right, we'll see, man. You guys have faith. Omar's like, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see.
No. That's twisting. I don't have faith. I've got more of that wait and see mentality. I want to see if this game fails, and I want to see if the second game fails.
Fair enough. Okay, you're wait and see. Omar's like, this game, Platinum Games, what the fuck? Reggie's like, but I'll be fine. Bayonetta 3 is still gonna be fire. And then
Kofi, talk a little bit. Can you talk, or are you a robot?
You guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound better.
Yeah, we hear you well.
Go ahead, man. Your
Really
thoughts
quick.
on this, man?
Yeah. As a general rule, my feeling about Platinum Games is they're just making too many games at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm kind of wrong about that, but maybe somebody can help me validate. I know that Kamiya is working on a game that is based on, I think it's Ultraman, where you play Ultraman, like, he's huge and you can fight like Godzilla in the cities. And they announced as part of this project, remember they had like the number 4 and they were teasing like 4 things they're working on. I think one wasn't real. The other one was
5 things.
Was it 5 things? I can't even remember.
5 things. Like,
So,
they're working. I'm sorry.
And no, I'm sorry. No, but FC, I think you already said it. They were working like 6 projects, and then of course, like Omar said, like Bayonetta 3 have no idea where that's at, and we know Bayonetta 3 has kind of been in development for a long time. But I'm glad Astral Chain was great. I think Astral Chain is a really cool, unique IP that they deserve a lot of credit for. I'm not necessarily worried. Well, I could get worried very quickly. I will say that. When you're working on all these projects and you're split up and you're getting all this money so that you can make this Ultraman game, that's cool. But I don't know, man. How long is Bayonetta going to be in development? I think I'm really going to base it on that. Because Nintendo...
So how long has it been?
I mean, as they said, they've got that Nintendo backing, so I think Nintendo is going to tell them take as long as you want to make it. In all fairness,
That's probably true, especially considering how long it's been. It has been a minute.
It's been a while.
So,
I don't know
that happens
how,
when you
'cause, like,
that happens when you have so many studios and so many people working on 100 million games
I mean, here's the thing, though.
at once.
Well, I mean, I'll explain in a second. I mean, to be fair, the first thing we heard about Bayonetta 3 was just Bayonetta, looking at Bayonetta, seeing a fire of guns, and then the title. That's all we got, and that was in 2017. So we don't even know how long in development
it could have just been an idea. Yeah.
That could have just been we're working on this. Like that's what that could have been. Because I mean, between because that was 3 years after Bayonetta 2 was released.
Right.
Sorry, no, 3 years. It was 3 years after Bayonetta 2 was released for the Switch and Wii U.
I have December 8, 2017, so that's what.
Yeah, the Game
years?
Awards. It was 4 years ago. So like I say, I mean, maybe we get something near the end of this year or whatever. But
we'll see, man.
My point is maybe at that point it was just we are working on this. It's confirmed that we are now working on this because they're not the first fuckers to do that. In all fairness,
right.
True.
But yeah, they've got that. They've got an iOS game coming out, World of Demons. They've got Soul Cresta coming out for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Windows. That's coming out this year. So I'd say those two are in the canon, just being ironed out. Then we've got Project GG, which is apparently called Project A Go-Go, Bayonetta 3, Babylon's Fall, and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. So that's 5 games that are to be announced.
They are, to my understanding, they are no longer on Relink because all of their logos have been removed from the promotional stuff.
Ooh.
Which is weird.
2019 was announced that Platinum Games would no longer be involved in the project, leaving Cry Games to handle the rest of the development. No, okay, so they're gonna get. So if anything, this seems like they're gonna get like parts. What's the word I'm looking? They're gonna get co-developed. They're gonna get a co-developed thing because they're not just gonna scrap everything that Platinum Games worked on.
Oh yeah, so that game has showed gameplay since Platinum Games mysteriously no longer worked on it. So I think you're right. I think it's gonna just take longer than usual, and somebody else is gonna help them. But I think that was the first red flag for me when they got pulled off of that project because that game looks good. I mean, I'm ready to play that.
That combat look amazing. You know what this reminds me of? Not per se the same, but it reminds me of how what's called Studio Japan was taking so much different type of genre and game at the same time, and then you end up with what happened to them.
Yeah,
we'll see, man. Yeah. All right, we got switch gears, man. Switch gears. First, I'm gonna introduce my guest, man. Game of Despair, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Despair.
You had the Twitter world in a tizzy. First, introduce yourself, man. We're gonna get straight into this. What's going on?
You know, I was going through my tweets right now, and I was like, "This motherfucker brought me out for this shit again, man." I was just talking about it yesterday.
Yo, I appreciate you coming through, man. This is like, but hold on. Let me give the layout. So for those who don't know what happened, Game in Despair made a tweet about Game Pass, and basically he's sick and tired of these fucking gamers keep promoting Game Pass. I don't want them to promote subscription service. I want them to promote games. And he got ratioed to no end, where everyone and their mama started retweeting or posting about Game Pass. Have you heard of Game Pass?
Wait. Hold on. I didn't get ratioed. I only got ratioed by the IGN guy, man, because he has
You got ratioed, bro. It was trending #1. Like, that's how bad it was.
No, it wasn't.
I'm dead ass. Am I lying? Like, it was this weekend. But anyway, I want you to just just go, like, for those, like I said, for those who know, you're the original source. What were you trying to say? It's a lot easier saying it with words, and then we'll just have your time to express yourself, sir. Go ahead.
I mean, I guess what I was trying to say, I wasn't, it was a harmless tweet, honestly. It really was. I was just, the funny thing about it is that I was just gaming, right? I was gaming, and then for some reason I was looking at my phone. I keep saying Game Pass. Cool, man. If you enjoy it, whatever. But,
peep the video, by the way. I don't know if you saw it in the background.
But, I for some reason I decided to tweet it out. I'm like, people are promoting it, like they're getting paid from Microsoft. That's why primarily what I ended up saying. Hold on, here's the tweet. I said, I'm tired of people promoting Game Pass like they're getting paid from Microsoft.
Can you share it?
I don't want that crap. I just want some quality games, talk about games, and not a damn subscription service. That's all I ended up saying. And I didn't think anything of it, right? So I went back to gaming, right? And I put my damn phone down. And before I know it, my shit's fucking blowing the fuck up, right? And I have IGN and a couple of developers too, like, retweet me and stuff. But it's all good, man. I mean, like, it was just a harmless tweet. It really wasn't anything like that. And some people, I guess, went way overboard, and everybody tried to beat my legs in and started talking shit to me, man. Like, that's the whole. Bro, I couldn't even look at my phone. I couldn't even see my friends' messages because my fucking notifications were always blowing up.
Gotcha.
Right. I gave me the stairs roboting.
Yeah, hold on, let me end this here. Let me just stop this. All right, so I'll clean up. So my thing with you, and I think you hit me on a DM too because I was speaking with you, and you're not the only one because I see a lot of PlayStation centric gamers who just have PlayStations post about Game Pass and basically how the optics. Shout out to Game This Persona we'll have next week. About why gamers or Xbox gamers or Xbox centric gamers always constantly post Game Pass and this and that. But my question to you is why did you make that post to the point where it seems like you're being triggered by gamers who are celebrating a service that have games? Like, they're not talking shit about PlayStation. They're literally praising a service because they're playing games on that service. Like, what?
The funny part about it.
Why does that bother you though? That's the thing.
The funny part about it was that I wasn't really annoyed. I just saw it and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna tweet about it. And then I just didn't think it would get up this high. You know what I mean? It just kind of blew up. But it doesn't bother me. People like Game Pass. The same thing with PS Now. The only thing is that with PS Now, I like PS Now, but the thing is that I go around promoting it like it's the,
second
the holy grail of
Christ.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what you said, by the way.
I
did say that too, actually.
Okay, Jube, what's your thoughts on this, man?
I mean, people are gonna do what they want to do. You feel me? Like, if you're enjoying something, why not tweet about it? It's fucking Twitter. Like, I thought the joke was funny. Like, people might say, okay, that shit went on for a while, but it's like, okay, where was the shit talking when everybody's posting about the same like game that's out right now and everybody's fucking talking about it? You feel me? Like we act like Ratchet and Clank wasn't like all over our timelines when that shit dropped.
That's true.
Like,
good point.
But is that not supposed to be? Because it's a game.
It is.
People
right,
playing.
Yeah, it's a game, not a service that's gonna milk your money every month.
It doesn't matter.
People are
gonna talk about what they want to talk about.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
the thing is too is it's fine that people enjoy Game Pass or PS Now, but the thing is that I try to tell people is that it's these services, right? Subscription services are very niche. Mm-hmm. It's not like everybody owns PS Now and everybody owns Game Pass, right? Because the thing is, the casuals, they're playing what? The Apex Legends, they're playing the Fortnites, right? The Minecrafts, the Call of Duties, the Battlefields. That's what caters to them. It's not everybody. Some people act like everybody has Game Pass and everybody has PS Now. That's just not it. That's not how it is. It's for like I think services like that are more for like hardcore gamers, like us. Like we all play a shit ton variety of games, so it benefits us. You feel me?
Careful, you might get Pharaoh on here saying that 20 million.
I was gonna say
sounds more like that. It sounds more than the hardcore. It's world fucking domination.
What's so niche? Is that 5 million? Is that 10 million? Because I mean, when Halo comes out in the next 4 or 5 months, I would assume Game Pass is gonna hit close to 30 to 40 million. Is that still niche?
No,
I meant the services. I meant the services, not necessarily like Halo or like these big franchise games are niche. I didn't mean that.
No, I'm talking about the service. Like right now, it has like 25 million people counting, and I'm saying by the time Halo drops in the holiday, it's gonna get close, if not surpass 30 million subscribers. That's daily subscribers. That's monthly subscribers. Active subscribers.
Here's the thing. Are you sure it's active subscribers?
It is active. They've already said it's active. It's a subscription. It goes month to month.
2 accounts and they're already canceled. So
right when you're not counted.
Okay, good. All right.
So
that's a good number.
But despite all that, I don't only care about the how many people are playing, whatever. And in your opinion, it's niche. But my thing is like, even I told you like it shouldn't bother you as a PlayStation gamer. It shouldn't bother you. You know what I mean?
It shouldn't bother you at all.
The problem is it didn't really bother me. It
But
just,
you made a post. Well, okay, Despair. You my guy. We talk
what
shit
did
a
my
lot.
post say? What did my post say?
But Despair, this is what you do. You'll say,
What did my post say?
I don't care about it, but the next
Bro, what
hour
did my
you're
tweet
replying
say?
to messages.
What did my tweet say? What did my
You
tweet
said you
say?
don't care about it.
Okay, right.
Oh my god. All right.
Okay, I'm defending Despair here.
Of course
here's
you would,
the thing.
Dante. Go ahead.
I get eat fucking dick. Here's the thing. I get if his tweet is verbatim, word for word what he said. Given the amount of times I've seen you and fucking Jube on my timeline talking about it, and believe me, I've been tempted to mute your asses over it because I'm like, fuck. I'm sick of seeing this. This is all they fucking talk about.
I'm sorry you're the Grinch who stole Christmas, motherfucker.
No, because it's all you ever fucking talk about.
Because I use Game Pass, and I talk about the games that I'm playing on Game Pass. Right. By the way, I just downloaded.
9 out of 10 tweets from FC involves the word Game Pass.
You're damn right.
Does this motherfucker not go out? Does this motherfucker not?
You know I go out. I was out all weekend. I was in Portland. I post videos and pictures all the time. I'm constantly out, so don't even try to put me in. I stay in a box.
He's not going to talk about the wonderful steak that he had for dinner. No.
I posted, and then Pharaoh and Jube talk about it. Exactly. So don't say.
The point is, I do get.
And fancy cornbread. That shit was delicious.
Here's the thing. I get the joke behind what Gaming Despair, because what Gaming Despair effectively did was shit posting for the sake of getting a reaction. Like
but it backfired. He didn't want it to be promoted, and it went #1 on Twitter.
But that's my point. Like it was a shit post. Like y'all, here's the thing. Think of it from this point of view. What is the best way to prove that it's gonna get under people's skin? Is the fact that it went #1 and people are getting so antsy trying to defend why they're talking about Game Pass.
But Dante, it backfired.
Like, why are y'all talking about Game Pass?
The very first saying is like, I am tired of seeing the Game Pass or tweets about it, and then it became trending. So that isn't that backwards?
No, that's not what I said.
You said you're tired of seeing it, right?
No, he said, I'm tired of seeing people talk about Game Pass like they're being paid to talk about Game Pass.
By Microsoft.
Those were his exact words. Yeah. Like he's saying, he's effectively shitposting and saying, y'all selling this and you're not even getting paid to sell it. Like you shilling so goddamn hard.
How's that shilling? That don't make
exactly.
That don't make any sense. Like, how's that shilling?
No, Dante's right. That's how I looked at it, because like the thing is that people only read a couple words of it and then the whole point went over their head. Like, I don't have anything against Game Pass, and like people were fucking like literally trying to beat my legs in, and that's just what it was.
Despair. How's it shilling? Like Jubin said, how's it any difference when posting a game of Ratchet and Clank? You guys don't have a service that could compare, so you'll post one game.
Reaction that this did. That's the thing. People do post. Like, here's the thing. Though Despair doesn't do it, a lot of other people do talk about that. Like, I mean, goddamn, I can actually tell you, people were saying that shit about God of War when that came out. Like, why y'all talking about God of War when you got all these other games? God of War ain't even that good. Like, people were saying that, but it didn't blow up to the degree that it did with Gaming Despair.
All right, we have your thoughts, man. Go ahead.
I want marketing, B.
Yeah, I want other people's thoughts on this. All right, so let me see. Reg, what's your thoughts on this, man? I don't know if you saw, because I know you don't really be on Twitter like that, but it definitely blew up.
I saw the fallout of it all when everybody sort of kept doing the meme.
Hey, by the way, Oliver, I'll be right back. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just gonna use the washroom real fast. Give me 1 sec. Because I just barely got home. Sorry, I came back from work. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, so I was just like, what happened in the world of Twitter today? And so I sort of backtracked and was like, oh, it's somebody that I'm like fairly familiar with. Like, interesting. This is where it started. And like, it's one, I thought this is why I enjoy Twitter, because that's fun. That was funny. The way this kind of spiraled out of control so quickly, it was pretty funny to me. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everybody with their memes and stuff. That's good Twitter right there. That's good interaction.
But Reg, but some of the PlayStation hardcore took it as like, these guys are they getting paid? Like, they took it, I think, too serious, to the point where they don't realize it's a joke.
So I can sort of understand that too, in the sense of like, hey, listen, we like to joke that, when I bring up Hades or when Kobe brings up Trials, it's like,
no difference.
Here they go again.
Exactly, it's no difference.
but
fucking Kofi just talked about trials, and I'm gonna hear this for the next 10 episodes.
I understand, but your first reaction was to go like, quote unquote, negative, and not like, you know what, that's a pretty solid game. I could see why he would like to keep talking about it a lot.
Like every time I bring up Persona.
Exactly,
Yeah,
that shit game.
But it's not that. It's like, oh my god,
I played it though. I don't really like Persona.
And so I think that's what they were reading. What Despair was saying very specifically, I can sort of understand. Like it does seem like you're getting paid to do this, which, to be honest, maybe they are, because like that's a good gig if you can.
I
get it.
I wish. Microsoft, hit me up. Microsoft, hit me up.
Microsoft does not need to pay for advertisements. They got people fucking tweeting 10 times a day about the greatness, the holiness of Game Pass.
Hit me
It's
up,
true.
Microsoft.
And this is why things like that. That's why I would say Starbucks sponsor us. Look out, Starbucks.
You know what I'm saying? Right down the street.
So
Let's go.
Again, I've already sort of expressed my confusion about the dislike of any of these streaming services. Because Game Pass seems fine. Again, I'm playing Metal Gear because of PS Now. Again, I've not particularly heard any strong arguments against it. I've only heard people say they like to own their own games, which is fine, because
But you still can in the service.
No, that's exactly until Game Pass and or PS Now creates a game that only exists on that service.
There you go.
Then we have a problem.
There exactly.
But we're still dealing with. I mean, Jubei remembers like Scott Pilgrim just came back. Before a while, it was gone, and you couldn't play it anymore.
Nope, you had that. No, you could if you had if you had the old consoles, you could recharge
that's
it.
right. Yeah,
but you had to own it. Like
right.
there was no such thing as I need to get it new. Like if you didn't already own it, it was a wrap.
It was a wrap. Yeah, I couldn't recommend it to anyone else saying, "Hey guys, you should try this." Nope, there's no way for them to get it anymore. So like I've always been a fan of the services. Like I'm cool with them. They serve their purpose occasionally, and again, they're a low barrier to entry, and you can kind of jump in and out. For people who are aware of it, most streaming services make their money off the fact that people forget to cancel.
Yep.
And just keep going and going and going. Yeah. I've been paying a gym membership for the past 8 months. I ain't been to the gym.
Dang, how you get charged in the pandemic? Man, that's some shady business.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Oliver, can you summarize what you said? Sorry, I was gone. I don't know.
Largely, I was saying I'll start with saying I hope like people weren't being too wild at you because
hell yeah, they were.
And so I'm sorry for that because that sucks because like that's good Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Like when something spins out of control and a bunch of memes come out of it, that's like peak Twitter.
That's too PG, Reggie. This is what you're saying. I know it sucks that people are coming at you, but what sucks more is paying for way overpriced for games, and you can pay $1 in Game Pass and save 3 months.
I just want to say this.
So it's like I don't want.
I'm fucking with you, dude.
I just want to say negative to come to despair, but like that's good Twitter, right? Like that's how it should like operate on a general basis. Like this is fun, and it spiraled out of control, and like everyone can laugh, and you get those couple of folks who like don't get the joke.
Yeah.
But most of us should be laughing and enjoying this, bro.
I've been on your end.
I just want to say this.
Go ahead.
I just want to say this. When one person said a Game Pass over sex or something like that, I was like, yeah.
That was a joke, dude. That has to be a joke. It has to be.
It's a joke. I mean, it's a joke, bro. I'm never gonna trade. I'm never gonna trade Game Pass for getting my.
It's no difference between the PS5 memes. You know what I mean? Remember those PS5 memes? You guys remember that? Do you remember the PS5 memes?
Never gonna happen.
Like,
I mean, what if it drops with all of Halo day and date? I don't know. There's at least a question about it.
Nope. Hell no.
You know what, Despair? I think I know the perfect meme you should put out. It should be you standing in front of a bunch of Xbox people saying, "Man, you guys would die if someone insulted Game Pass." And then the next panel should be them all in war uniform saying, "We will go to war for Xbox Game Pass."
I highly disagree. Don't do that, Despair.
It ain't that deep.
It ain't that serious.
You know what? Because with how Despair is describing it, he got fucked.
Well, he didn't help because it
blew up less than his tweet.
But he wasn't helping because he was replying to every fucking person, and I just like, bro, just let it be. Despair, you wasn't responding to everybody. You kept on saying I don't care about it, but kept replying. I was like, yo, Despair, just let it go, bro. Like it is what it is.
Okay, no.
Motherfucker, did you read the
You
whole
need to-
fucking?
No, I don't. I don't
go
read
ahead.
shit. I summarized. I'm like, okay, yeah, Despair's
that
getting.
summarizes FC's whole
Some-
fucking thing.
summarize- Despair's getting killed right now. And I'm like, all right, and I just, of course, I was gonna throw more fire onto your post. It was like Game Pass is lit, and then you DM'd me. But listen,
Hey, to be honest with you, man, like when that whole thing happened and people were trying to beat my legs in, you know what? I was like, damn, there's too many motherfuckers here. I couldn't do shit about it, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have fun with it. Like, obviously, it's not
Yeah,
that.
once it
fucking
blows
serious.
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah,
what it
but-
is.
Once it
It is what
blows
it is.
up, just
Oh.
fucking dump gasoline on that son of a bitch.
It did, man. It was
It's
hot.
Twitter. It's Twitter. Like that is like listen for the.
You should have done a promotion, Despair. Like, hey, sub to my channel.
Here's the thing: for the soy boys with manginas, they're the ones who get upset on Twitter and dogpile on people. The people who don't give a fuck and realize that Twitter is a perpetual fucking cannibalistic machine that just constantly eats itself. We just dump gasoline on that motherfucker to watch it burn faster.
Yeah, Kofi, man, what's your thoughts on this, man? I know you've seen it.
Yeah, so I don't have issues with people hyping up Game Pass, and I've seen the memes, and I've laughed at it. I thought it was funny. I think where it sometimes is annoying on Twitter is talking about the service and not getting into specifics about experiences. I'm all about people telling me like, yo, Game Pass, like, Back for Blood, I'm playing Back for Blood. This is my experience of Back for Blood. This is peak enjoyment. I'm gonna go retweet because I want that game. That game is hot. I don't care what service it's on. Or Ascent, because that's even more upcoming. That's huge. But when you talk about like, oh man, I'm saving so much money. It could be for anything. I don't care if it's on Stadia. Like, oh, I didn't have to, I don't know, buy whatever required product that would be for a regular console, not for Stadia. Like, oh yeah, I'm saying this is so great. That's going to irritate me because now you're just, I don't know. You're taking away from why you're probably on that platform, in my opinion.
What's
So-
funny? Okay, so
Let
I
me
know
give you one
there
back.
are going to be a bit of fundamental differences, but like the principle is kind of the same. The principle in some essences is kind of the same. We dunk the shit on anybody who tries to promote Stadia. Despite any tangible benefits that Stadia might have, we dunk the shit on them.
It has no
Because-
benefits. It literally has no benefits. That's zero fucking benefits.
I'm gonna give you one.
There's no disagree. There's zero benefits. Like, okay, shout out to MM.
I'm gonna give you
Hold on,
one more
Kobe.
now.
Shout out to MM2K. This motherfucker was like praising Stadia to the highest high. He's playing on his computer, streaming on a browser. I'm like, what are you doing? Just play it native. There's no reason for you to play it streaming if you're on the computer. Like, that makes no. That's go out of your way to praise something. That is capping to the cap degree. He has a cap degree.
Well, that's right. MM2
He has a
does
cap
play on
degree.
Stadia.
He has a cap degree. Stadia is dead. It's trash.
I'm gonna give you
End of
one
story.
thing when it comes to
I'll
Game
let that
Pass.
hang there. The fact that FC immediately went onto dunking on Stadia.
You're damn right. There's no positive. Give me a
Yeah, I would
positive.
do.
Give me a positive.
I just want to say one thing about Game Pass, and it's not per se Game Pass, but more like when you're literally talking about how you're gonna buy this game and that game and this game and that game, and they come to you and they're like, "Why would you do that when you can have Game Pass?" Like, you're literally now being villainized on Twitter for fucking buying games.
And you respond with that as like, you know what I mean? It's my money. I can do what I want with it.
Right.
Like, don't pocket watch.
Exactly. Everybody is trying to pocket watch.
Exactly.
Like,
When Jubei spends $300 on keyboards repeatedly and doesn't even use them, like, it's his money. We're still gonna talk shit, but it's his money.
Exactly. Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Listen, that's the easiest way I see it, and I don't agree with that shit either. Like, listen, if you want to play games and you want to keep them physical, that's cool. That's your prerogative. If someone's like, well, and game, like, you know what I mean, just shut it down. Like, it's my money. I can do what I want with my money. It's gaming. Gaming is a selfish hobby, and I agree with Kofi saying, like, when people just talk about Game Pass and just the service and not mention any of the games, that's very fraudulent in my eyes as well. Because you should be talking about the games you're playing. Because I promote games in Game Pass, and I barely get any likes on them. Like, hey, guys don't play these games. Cool. I play what I play, but still, I'm gonna promote the games in there, like Empire Sin, which I'm playing right now, which is really good. And the reviews trash that game, but the game's actually really good. It's a really good game.
You know who made
I
that,
highly
by the
recommend
way?
it. Huh?
And FC, I respect
Empire
that.
Sin.
I respect that.
Do you know who made Empire Sin?
Romero.
John Romero and
John
his
Romero.
wife. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's his grandmother. His grandmother's in the game, I believe.
I believe she is as a tribute.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. But what were you saying to Spare? Sorry.
No, I said I completely agree with that. You know, you actually talk about, you know, Game Pass, but the game's in it, you know, but you know, the whole thing was other people that are just promoting it without even talking about the games that are actually in Game Pass.
Yeah,
you know?
that's weird.
So that was kind of my whole tweet, you know. Like I said,
that.
man, subscription services are cool, man. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I like PS Now, you like Game Pass. Game Pass was a little cool for me at one point, but it's just not my thing. But like I said, I think the point of my tweet just went over everybody's head. You know what I mean? I think that's just what it was.
And that's why I wanted you here to be able to discuss it. I know you're not talking about this because, like, end of the day, we're all gamers and we judge people on the games we play, or we talk about the games we play. We're not talking about what can you do with just looking at a service. Like, you got to play games. You know what I mean? That's why we're here.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, but there's legit. I'm pretty sure there's legit people that are sub to it that ain't playing shit, which is gonna get on my fucking nerves.
Which then I would agree with you, and that's fraudulent in my eyes. You know what I mean? Shout out to Reggie being trash at games. You know what I mean?
What? I'm great. I'm I mean, what I thought about is like,
I meant Dragon Ball. My bad.
Despair. I guess it shows like you're kind of popular, right? Like, because there has to be hundreds upon thousands of people making these same exact comments. Why yours on this specific day, on this specific time, was the one that took it places is probably some sort of compliment.
Bro,
people know me.
You sure you're
bro? I ain't popular, man. I'm infamous, man. I guess I got famous for the wrong fucking reasons.
That's how it be, man. I get so many viral posts as well, but nothing like that. But I do have my share. It's all good, man. You got to take
people up in GameStop, but that's a whole different thing.
I mean,
listen,
you out here saying you walked into a Game Pass and was finna.
Listen, that's what it is.
Yeah,
man.
like Jesus Christ.
Where's my $1 sub for 3 months? Goddamn it. But that's what's up. Anybody else got any takes on this? And Despair, you have any final words? Hopefully this dies down. People could release.
I have one, and it is a congratulations to Gaming Despair. Because you fucking did it. You made Twitter mad.
Broke the internet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's how you got to promote it.
I can only hope that my shit posting, when I have time to shit post, reaches the levels that you did, my friend.
There you go, man. I don't know how many impressions was it, Despair? Probably in the thousands, clearly.
Impressions? Hold on, because okay, so the day that I tweeted it out, it was like 32, and then I wake up the next morning, it's 500,000.
God.
Oh fuck!
Jeez, bro. I told you it was trending. 500,000. Holy crap.
Well, let me check real quick.
You should have sold some shoes or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, sell something, make money on it.
By the way, check out my Patreon.
Exactly.
Did you open Pandora box or something?
Let's see real quick.
Because, like, you know,
IGN took a hold of it, and then everybody went ham after that.
Oh yeah,
Here's my problem. Who the fuck gives a shit what IGN thinks?
Well, that's a whole nother thing. That's
like
on both sides. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, it's Kotaku.
It's at 700K right now.
That's insane.
What's at
bro.
700K?
Is that
the impression?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I would have promoted everything. I got Game of Despair underwear for sale. You know what I mean? I would have did everything.
Holy crap!
Like, now that I have y'all,
exactly,
subscribe to my channel.
Exactly. You might as well come through. You want to talk shit like in person? Just subscribe to this channel. So talk shit here.
It's considered a hot take.
If you want me to respond, send $1.
Exactly. Here's my.
Don't forget to promote VGP. We just gave you a party.
There it is, man. There it is.
Tell your story.
Nah, like,
we need some revenue from it.
Hey, Despair,
Nothing is free.
Go ahead, Juba.
I'm also with you on that dude that is now Korean or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah,
that's a whole other thing. That's another Twitter breaking post, man. Holy crap!
I self-identify as Korean.
That's an actual.
Dante, get your peoples, Dante. Get your peoples. Get your peoples, Dante.
I wish I could just wake up and be like, you know what, I'm white today. You feel me? Like I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yo, hey, there's what was that? What was that YouTube dude? He did that thing, and he's from Colorado. Remember?
What's up?
He dressed himself. Oh, it was on Atlanta. Remember you seen the episode in Atlanta where the guy, YouTuber, he put it like he painted himself white, right? And he's a black dude, but he's like from Colorado.
Yeah, no,
I can find it. Oh man, let me see if I can find it.
That shows.
Oh, and
I'm
like, bro.
People need to understand. People need to understand this fact. Just because I self-identify as an Apache attack helicopter does not make me a fucking Apache attack helicopter.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. Hey, by the way, shout out to your guy on the what's it called? On the chat. Amadeus Helsing. He said, props to you, gave me despair. You set Twitter on fire and sit down with your pop and watched it burn. I mean,
You sure fucking did, B.
I just kind of tuned in during the week and I was like, wait, what happened? Why is this happening?
I was actually watching anime, and when I'm watching anime, I'm like for 8 hours, 10 hours watching straight anime, and I'm looking at Twitter. For a few minutes, I see game despair blowing up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Listen, that dude who self-identifies as Korean needs to understand the most important rule. Though the trees may speak Vietnamese, the rooftops speak Korean.
You know what's worse than self-identifying as Korean? Not saving enough money in Game Pass. $1 for 3 months.
Whoa! I did not expect you to say that.
Yo, $1 for 3 months of Game Pass. Salute to my dude Game Despair, man.
That man spent $200K to look like that, B. You know how much Game Pass you can get?
A lot of Game Pass, bro.
Can we just get a picture of this dumb motherfucker?
Let me.
Wait, hold on, Jubei. It was $200K he spent.
He dropped $200K on fucking surgeries since years. Who the fuck got money for that, B?
I could build. You know what I could do with that money? I could tour the US and go and hook each and every single member of this panel and then take them out for a fucking steak dinner.
That'd be nice, man.
and still have money left over. That's the sad part.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could. Seattle's kind of
And still
expensive
have
though.
money to build your own race.
And the sad part is he did it because he wanted to stand somebody in BTS. He's not even himself. He wants to be somebody else. That's the worst part.
Yo, man, I mean,
What's even worse about it, the motherfucker don't even look Korean afterwards.
No, he don't. He look like a Ken Bar. He look like a plastic Barbie doll. You know what I mean? Like the Ken model. Made his Helsing.
More real than him.
This man said, "Yeah, you interrupted my anime binge with that post." LOL. Yeah, big facts. Big facts. All right, man. So we got a couple times. I think we'll just talk about Dante's topic real quick. Okay. Gaming dumbed down. I didn't really get to read the post you're making, but I got the gist. If you don't mind, just
very easily.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dante. Go ahead and express yourself. Go ahead.
Gaming being dumbed down is nothing new. We all know this. My point of this was not the topic of games being dumbed down per se. It is who they are using as an example of dumbing down video games. The person, so this is 2019, the Gaming Developers Conference. To anybody who knows what this is a conference where all of the biggest game developers show
GDC.
up and network and contact each other and just talk about how they design games and show the young blood how we develop games, okay? And this particular one, give me a second, I'm just going to quickly find it so I can actually read out verbatim who was on stage and even more. Found it. So this was the 2009 GDC session. The Sony Santa Monica's Rob Davis talks through the process of developing 6 new level design rules for God of War and discusses best practices of taking levels from concept to completion. And again, GDC talks cover a range of developmental topics, including game design, programming, audio, visual art, business management, production, online games, and much more. So it doesn't just this does not just affect like level design. This affects everything, because there is people from all walks of development at these sessions. They're showing full-on PowerPoint presentations on how they did these levels and why they did these levels, okay? And at this conference, they showed a notorious, infamous Let's Player known as Darkside Phil.
Oh, you shouldn't have said his name.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking say it because he's a he's a rat bastard and he's absolutely fucking awful. Right? No, this is a man who is notorious, absolutely notorious for being the bottom feeder of video games. This is a man who took 10 plus minutes to learn how to crouch jump in Half-Life after it had already told him how to do it. This is a man who has died hundreds of times in the simplest of video games. This is a man who literally has a category called "This is how you don't play," where people make highlight montages of all of his fuck-ups, some of them going over 4 goddamn hours.
So basically, he is the worst of the worst at video games.
He is when you talk about somebody who is absolutely incomprehensibly absolutely shit at playing video games.
I got
he is the
somebody for you.
poster boy. Pardon?
I got somebody from you that's you could probably relate.
I think that Skid Smoke, right?
Oh, Skids. Oh, that's disrespectful.
Whoa.
Shout out to my guy Smooth.
Skid Smoke just plays corny games. You can't say he's.
I mean, Skid Smoke died and returned from fucking
what was that you there?
Not everybody's good at video games. Just like this reporter.
No.
Look at this guy.
Okay.
Look at this guy.
Even read what an item does.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Do you want to know the worst thing is? I think Phil got stuck at this same point.
That's a damn shame. But this isn't Phil. This is a reporter.
No, but I'm saying this. I believe this might have happened to Phil as well. Like this.
Okay, but Dante, by definition, is this not them using someone that's very stupid at playing video games to allow video games to be inviting for other people?
No, because
this looks like Reggie versus Nubs in DBZ, man.
If you watch the video, they specifically explain why they use him. Like, they use his video. He's blanked out, but his voice is very recognizable, and you can look up the footage itself. All right? They talk about how this player found the lightning something in God of War, the lightning crystal or whatever it was called. And this is the kind of player that they use as almost like a template of how we develop games now. The problem is, if you actually watch the full thing in context, he still didn't know it was there until his chat told him it was there.
That's trash.
This is what I'm saying. This is the kind of this is more what I'm trying to get at. This is the kind of person they are using as a standard of who we should be developing games towards. Not the common gamer, not the average gamer, but this guy is below average.
Well, that's just sad.
That's the whole point I was trying to make in the Twitter. Like, this is the standard that they have chosen now. Like I said,
gaming is dying. End of story.
Well, since I was let me be devil's advocate.
Go ahead, Reggie. I was gonna say, go ahead, Reggie.
Yeah, I'm not convinced, and what I mean by that is, like, I am certainly sure that at this GDC, like, they pulled up, I don't know who this person is, but, like, just bad at game. I get it. Sort of as the example of, like, well, how can we make our games easier for this person? Because that's the people we want. But I'm not particularly convinced that's the route the industry might be going towards, largely because the industry is still largely moved by a competitive scene. And competition breeds greatness out of people. So there are more people who want to be like Ninja than there are who want to be like this Phil person. And, like, those who are making the games understand that, because everybody wants a Ninja for their game. They want their equivalent.
To be honest with you, it's actually done. Sorry, continue.
No, like, they want their equivalent for any kind of game that's coming out in the speedrunning community is out here doing pretty well. Evo's out here doing its own thing. Fortnite is massive. Warzone. Across all of these games, you can find your Sonic Foxes.
Hold on, if you want to talk about Warzone, he does play that and spends most of his time hiding in buildings' bathrooms. And that's not even a joke.
And
but not only that,
that's
it's
like the average COD player, to be fair.
Game developers always have used trickery to make games easier or dumb it down, even on the hardest difficulties. Like there is literally a video of Resident Evil 4 on the hardest difficulty, where if you keep dying at the same section over and over and over again, they start removing enemies from the screen.
Hey Kofi, can I throw an example your way that I think you would understand and you would kind of think. So Persona 3.
Yes.
Easy mode Persona 3.
I never tried it.
Exactly. This guy rage quit on Persona 3 on easy because he got charm salted.
I mean,
wait, what?
But you got
man. You just
but there's some gamers that are not good though.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing though. What's even funnier is that Atlas US actually tweeted out the charm salt is real after they were told about it.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Again, this is again, like I said, this was on easy. He rage quit the game and because he got charm salted and got wiped out. But again, my point is less that games are being dumbed down because we all know this. It is the fact that this is now the standard that they think the average gamer is.
And I'm not convinced on that.
Yeah, I mean, some developers still don't give a fuck what your standard is.
No, I don't think about it because they didn't pick some random person. They picked someone who's fairly infamous or famous.
No, they don't know. No, like despite the fact that a number of people do know about him, he is not well known amongst big publishers. Like he is not. Like if you actually watch the video, because I can send you the video. They use him as an example of how their level designing works, despite the fact that if you actually watch the whole video unedited, it didn't work because he still had to be told by his stream chat where it was.
Oh, so you basically mean but they used his bad at playing video games?
No, they didn't. They showed his clip. And then he paused it right as the item that they were talking about was in shot, and he said, "You see, this is the player now seeing that this item is here because of how we've leveled it out." Despite the fact that wasn't the context. The context of it was he only knew it was there because his stream chat had told him.
Listen, like I would be surprised, but like there's some bad gamers out there. It is what it is.
For real.
Like the really bad gamers. Yeah, I mean, shout out to
Stop
Smooth.
saying that, man.
Shout out to Smooth.
I can't be convinced.
I agree. There are bad gamers.
Go ahead, Omar. Go ahead.
I just want to say this. What I mean by Kid
Shout out to
Move,
Smooth.
I don't mean it in console war shit or whatsoever. Kid Move literally put out a tweet that he want a fundamental change because he couldn't beat the first fucking boss in a JRPG.
Bro, he's trolling y'all. I don't understand why they don't get it. He's trolling y'all so bad.
No. Shout out to Smooth, but I played multiplayer with this motherfucker.
Bro, shout out to Smooth.
God damn, he's
like he is making money off of this. Like he's winning. You can call him bad all you want. He's making money off of this, dog. People are paying him to play games on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah,
I would not do that to anyone.
I would never do that.
But other people, like, bro, Kid Smooth has got the bag, dog, and he's figured it out.
Yeah, I mean,
like, there's a space for people like that.
He got a niche, man. He's bad at games, and people pay him to be bad at games, and
people like that.
But the thing is, though, like, if you play a game enough times, you tend to be good. Because he did beat, I think he beat Dark's Bloodborne, I believe. So,
as I said, though,
he beat Bloodborne because he cheated with it. So,
there's no cheating in Bloodborne. You're playing it. If he's playing it, there's no cheating.
You
You know, I
can.
personally don't like kids move that much, but you know what, man? I respect this hustle, man. Do what you gotta do, man. It's all
That's
good.
yeah. I'm just I
That's,
you know I know
that's his
he's a
persona. That's
yeah.
who the fuck he is.
That's what I mean, though. Like, because I've watched him long enough to feel like I get it now, dog. Like, because again, you can't have people keep coming back and doing this over and over again. If like
I
no
get it
one
too,
cared,
but I don't
bro.
want him on my team, man. Like, please, like next time, I just can't. Shout out to Smooth, man. I love you, bro, but god damn. All right,
So
man.
that's what I was thinking. Like,
You suck.
I think Dante has a point, but I'm just not there yet. I don't think we're gonna get there.
I don't think it's gonna get that bad
My
either.
thing is, if they're now if they're using him as a fundamental standard, because like just bringing him into this conference amongst your peers, amongst future developers and current developers who are now making our video games, if bringing him in and validating him on that kind of stage, that validates him as the new norm. And
That's disrespectful.
That's the truth. Like I said, the video is in the tweet. I will put it in because I want everybody to have the context themselves so they can see after everything I've seen. Because this guy, there is Reddit forums. This dude has an Encyclopedia Dramatica about him. Like, he has videos upon videos of compilations showing how he doesn't play videos. He is infamous as fuck.
You gotta monetize that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Game of Despair. Still use your infamy, man. Use your infamy.
No. Here's the fucked up thing. He tried to
$30 Game of Despair underwear, man. I'm telling you.
No. Sorry. FC.
Game of Despair thongs and shit.
There you go, man. $60 Game of Despair thongs, man.
Yeah. You'll get the first one, man.
The joint says Xbox Game Pass on the joint.
Dude, Phil tried to do this. He used to be with Machinima before they fired him. And he got them to take down people's videos even though they fell under fair use. He has tried to monetize this shit.
Oh, well, I mean, I think with the developers, it's like they make a game so easy, even a caveman can do it, and that's basically what y'all did.
And he can't, though!
Well, you know what I mean?
That's my point! My whole point is he can't.
Gaming ain't for everybody, I guess.
The 6-hour compilation of how bad he is at Returnal, for fuck's sake.
AFC Violence said even a caveman could do it, like he's promoting Geico and shit, man.
There it is, man. 15 minutes a day, you get, like, listen.
Yeah, shouts to Geico, sponsor us real quick.
No shame in our game, man. We should do this shit for free, bruh. It's all good. It's all love, man.
Yeah. So anyway, the link I just put in. So anybody who's curious, go to minute 35, and just listen from that point on, and you'll see what I'm trying, and you will see where my whole concern of this comes from.
Okay, then let me ask you this. I'm gonna definitely watch it.
Last question, and we'll close this out, Omar. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. What can we do to stop it?
Unfortunately, here's the thing. Like I said, my whole thing about talking about this was not to find a solution, nor to talk about how video games are getting dumbed down. It is mainly the example that they are now using that is the new normal, which is the problem. And my only solution is to stop propping up and giving attention to these bad players. Like it really is. Like my problems with Phil stem, and I'll admit there is a bias on my part. I will fully disclose this because I do not like this man, not just as a video game player, but as a human being, because he has done so many scummy things. So I'm literally I'm putting my bias out there. He is not he is not a good human being at all. Okay. Gotcha. But propping up people like this and giving them infamy or making them famous or making them infamous is a problem.
Fair enough,
because then you're bringing them into the cultural zeitgeist and the developers' conscious, the developers' peripheral on, oh, this dude gets probably about 200 viewers on stream, but they're not looking at the fact that a majority of those 200 people are there to fuck with him and to watch him fail. They're just seeing the numbers. They're seeing the metrics and seeing this guy gets 200, so he must have something to him. Let's watch some of his stuff. And we're not seeing the fact that chat is literally hand-holding him through the entire game. We're just seeing that he's being very average at it. And that's because we don't see that chat is hand-holding it.
Fair enough, man.
That's my thing.
All right,
That's a society issue, though, bro. Yeah. Like, we want, like,
I'm not saying that it's
consume dumb shit. Like, there's no way you can get rid of dumb shit like that or not pay attention to
like
it.
Twitch, like, you know what I mean?
Like, people are going to pay attention to dumb shit. You got people wearing like animal heads doing weird shit.
Yeah.
Oh, don't.
And getting banned. Softcore porn is now available on Twitch,
and getting banned for it. Like, but people end up watching this shit, whether it's for good or bad.
I don't because I have fucking standards.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
you know what I'm saying?
There's a fetish for everybody,
is publicity,
man.
Good or
what
bad.
it is.
You feel me?
It is what it is.
Go
ahead, Rich.
I just love dumb shit.
Yeah, you really do, man.
Jersey Shore is one of my favorite TV shows.
Man,
see, 100%, no lie, no cat, 100%.
You're lying.
Excellent TV, dog.
Well, Juba, how are you surprised? You know the type of games Reggie likes.
No, Jersey Shore's excellent TV, dog. Like,
I think
and it's real simple, dog. Like, I can't always go to the circus, but if they bring the clowns to me, this is wonderful, dog. And truth be told, it's why no other show has ever actually hit the cultural zeitgeist that Jersey Shore did. They've been trying it for years. Same way with Real World and a lot of shit that MTV did. Like, there's a specific market that hits just right, and it's really hard to replicate. People who watch Teen Moms, I'm assuming, are doing the same thing.
Yeah,
and like,
just to
there
get that.
Probably been shows coming afterwards which were about Teen Moms. It'll
Real
never
talk,
be the one
though.
that MTV had.
You wanna know what's an entertaining show? 90 Day Fiance. For those who haven't watched it, it's actually pretty interesting.
This is what I'm talking about,
hey, listen,
Doug. Like,
it is what it is.
Especially if you're in a relationship, bro, you watch that damn show.
Of course. I mean, look, my girlfriend got me.
Sit there and suffer through it.
Nah, but the thing is, it's interesting though. I was like you, Jube, and I was like, know what? That's hilarious. You know what I mean? So
I mean, it is funny because then you gotta be like, man, okay, this dude or chick is playing this other person. Like, there's a whole like meta game behind it.
Definitely a meta game.
It's always Kofi. Is it Terrace House that you used to watch?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
Terrace
like, and
House.
it's not as like bad as like MTV, but like it was the same concept about like, let's put these kind of people in this house, and like the East ate it up. Everyone loved the show, and I was like, all right, bet.
Brandon Bryce Nomi's in the chat, and this motherfucker loves Big Brother, man. He always be posting that shit.
What?
Yo, I'm telling you, man. He loves Big Brother. I see his tweets. I'm like, Brandon, bro, can you stop, man? You muddying up my timeline with this trash. Shout out to Brandon.
I have one question for Gaming Despair.
Yes, sir.
In closing, I have one question. How has been the last 9 hours of your life as a Caucasian?
As a Caucasian? Okay. So I'm gonna explain that story real quick. All right.
Here we go.
Okay, so basically, when I went to go sign up for my firearms license card, right, for Illinois, so they give you an application, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking through the application, and at the bottom it's like ethnic, race, and all that shit. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, fuck, I don't see Hispanic or Latino. So, I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, I don't see my ethnic or background on here. And he's like, take a wild guess. And so I looked through the list again, and I was like, Hawaiian? He's like, no, you're Caucasian. I'm like, what? And yeah, I had to sign up as so I'm white guy now, I guess.
Is it
Only in USA?
Only in the USA.
All I had to do?
Exactly. Let's go to the nearest firing range. Like, goddamn.
Like, Jesus Christ.
How does it feel to be a white man? Did you you know what I mean? Like, cops just like say hi to you and you just keep walking. Like, how does it feel, man? You gotta let us in.
I don't know, bro. Shit. I noticed that cops don't bother me, but it was just kind of weird, honestly. Just seeing that, or even inputting that, as being Caucasian, I was just like, okay. Well, then again, I'm Hispanic, so I'm a mixed race, but it was still kind of weird, man.
The weird part of
it. I can't believe you brought that shit up, man.
This spread lying like shit, man. This guy going in his closet or his bathroom, putting fucking gold highlights in his hair. Like, he's taking it like for all it's worth.
It's just weird that he was like, take a guess. What do you mean? I don't know. I guess it could literally be anything on here if my ethnicity isn't on here.
Yeah, because normally when you go to a job site, right? You see
how do you not have Hispanics?
Yeah, it was just like take a guess. Like I guess like Hawaiian wasn't too far off. Like I don't know, bro. Like,
Sorry, I just decided to say this. Like I checked the video of this idiot. I want to be a Korean man. Like no one ever was.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
no. Yo, that might be the intro for next week's show, bro. For real.
I just wanted to check through.
All right, we gotta close this out, man. We gotta close this out.
I know. This one got me laughing.
Game in despair, man.
I just wanted to see through the comments to see how much of a shit show it was, and one of the first ones that got me. Just smile politely, y'all. We're witnessing mental illness.
That's crazy. Yo, shout out to my guy, Game in Despair. You've been here multiple times. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Where people can find you, man?
Hey, brother, when I talk, man, you know I got no filters, man. You know, that's just how it is. I just say whatever the hell is on my mind. And sometimes I get me in trouble when people are beating my legs in and shit. You know how it is,
you could get away with it now being a newly white man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You got the complexion for the protection now.
Oh, shit. Goddamn.
You're really looking like, am I Hawaiian?
See, I was supposed to come in on the show because I thought Jubei was going to pop a cap on my ass. And shit.
Nah. That'd have been Pharaoh. Pharaoh would have came at your ass for that Game Pass quote. Pharaoh would have came for your ass for the Game Pass quote. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, Gaming Despair. You can follow me at Gaming Despair on Twitter, and same on PSN. You can follow me there if you want to hang out and game, or just chat and mic. I don't give a shit. Just come hang out, rock out with me, and
play The Last of Us. That's the only game you play, motherfucker.
I play Apex too. That's the only multiplayer.
And Apex,
I only played only 2 multiplayers, Apex and The Last of Us. That's it. Which I'm pretty sure I challenged the FC Violent. You did play a couple rounds with me, but I know you're scared and shit.
Nigga, I'm waiting for my PlayStation. Once it's here, don't worry. And if you catch that L, oh my days!
I want to see it. I want to watch it.
You better not lose to me, Despair. I'm gonna go full blown lose. I'm gonna go full blown crazy person,
bro.
You better not. I'm gonna have you print my face. And I want you to put it like wear my shirt. And then I want you, show yourself. That's how bad it's gonna be. And then underneath that's gonna be Game Pass is life. You know what I mean? Don't do it.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Don't do it.
How long until he's got Game Pass sharing into the side of his head?
That's what it is, man.
Hold on.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
All right, okay, fine. How about that? How about if I lose, I put
Hey, you're buying out. Despair, you're buying out. You're buying out. Dante Christ, where people can find you, my G?
People can find me shit posting on people with clear mental illness at Dante Crisis on Twitter. You can find me occasionally posting on Instagram at Dante Crisis on Instagram, the Dante Crisis on Facebook. You can also find me on DLive, YouTube, and Twitch at Dante Crisis as well, where I'm streaming Pokemon Yellow today, Dark Souls Wednesday, Nier Automata Thursday, and Mass Effect Legendary Collection on Friday. You can, and if you actually enjoy all of my shtick, you can also check out my Teesprings and my Patreon, which with FC's Violence permission.
Yes, sir, do your thing, my G.
I want to be a Korean man.
I see this right here.
No one ever was.
You look like Despair for real. Hey, yo, Omar, Jubei, where people find you?
I know, right?
Jubei, man, where people find you?
Yep, you can find me at Jubei Sensei on Twitter, Jubei X Sensei everywhere else. I'm actually not sure what my next PlayStation game is going to be. I might just hop back into Guilty Gear Heavy this week and catch up on some Xbox backlog. Call it good.
Bet. My guy, Kofi, man, where people can find you, my guy?
You guys can hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we hear you
First
well.
of all, Gaming Despair, I have not forgotten about your open challenge for Gran Turismo Sport, my brother. So we can get into that. All right, I know. I left
you and Reggie as well, man.
Yeah, I know. Reggie's like, yo, I don't own the game, but you lose. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll just put up L's everywhere. This is what I do. I
have it downloaded still, so like like I told you before on the other podcast, I'm just afraid that I'm gonna pass you so fast your car's gonna blow up and shit, man.
God damn.
The hardest part for me is the scheduling, but I'm all down, man. Like
man, hit me up.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Kofi, you better not lose, man. I got a mulligan for you, man.
Absolutely. I know. Game translation news. There's a bunch of stuff coming up, but I know I'm kind of low on time, so I won't talk about that. Monarch, a new game developed by several creators from the original Shin Megami Tensei series, just debuted their opening trailer for their game this morning. It is not gameplay; it's just like the artistic opening, the music. We're going to see some more gameplay. There is gameplay out there, but I'm not even going to share it because it's the voice actors playing and they don't even know how to play the game. So it's not really that easy to share.
DM me.
I'll send that to you. Yeah, I'll send that to you. And then what else? Playing Nayuta, playing Intergrade, and relaxing.
Yes, sir. My guy Omar, where people find you?
People can find me at VGP enjoying this podcast. This was an awesome show. Later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And last but not least, Oliver Queen. What's going on with you, bro? Reg.
As always, guys, it's been a blast. Game Despair, thanks for coming out. You can find me, 0x386, pretty much everywhere. Of course, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google, Podbean, Spotify, Amazon Music. What's that other one? That jewelry, Pandora. So, listen to us anywhere where you like to listen to recaps of old TV shows such as The Jersey Shore, maybe Scrubs,
Golden Girls,
Frasier, 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup. Fantastic TV right there. But like, comment, and subscribe, and always, guys, see you next time.
Yes, sir. And
always, thanks for having me, brother. Hey, Dante, nice seeing you, man. Jubei, fucking Kofi, man. Hey, Omar, you're my dude, bro. Hey, nice seeing you guys, though. Honestly, it was fun chatting with you guys.
Always, man. Next time, brother. Anyway, in the chat, man. I appreciate you guys, and always keep it gaming. We out here. Peace.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone. All alone.
Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets.